No, I'm a little jealous of that voice that's introducing us in the morning.
What y'all know about that boom back?
We got 2 turntables and the mic, 3 MCs on the set. If you ain't listened to our radio station, then you ain't heard nothing yet.
Hold on. We got that Sunday morning, early morning boom back going right now.
So this is what happens when you decide to do a hip-hop show on a sports radio show. When you're down production.
Special shout out to Just Ice and the crew. Taking it back is what we do. Morning March Madness. Women's Month. Last few days to celebrate us.
Good morning. Welcome to Inside the Locker Room, Jay and Nesta. March 19, 2017. How's everybody doing this morning? Good morning, Jay. Good morning, Nesta.
Good morning.
Look, I got smiles on everybody's faces. The music is right this morning.
And the coffee was tight.
That boom back.
Yeah, we got smiles on everybody's faces this morning, man. Inside the Locker Room, Jay and Nesta, big week. Before we get started, I want to say good morning, of course, Big T across the board. I want to remind everybody, we back. We back and we good.
I'm back.
Hey, so we want to, we just want to tell everybody hello, say hi to everybody.
Peace.
Got a fake snowstorm threat last night.
Alternative fact snowstorm?
Yeah, alternative fact snowstorm, definitely alternative fact. We got the real thing Tuesday night, so we don't need no more, man. Mr. Weatherman, we good. Let's just relax. Okay,
Well, that's the little furry groundhog, man.
Yeah, let's just relax with this, okay? All right, let's just relax on this weather thing. So, again, we want to say good morning, everybody.
A lot going on in sports.
Lots going on in sports, man. Jay, I'm gonna pass the mic to you. Give you your time to get your rant on about the fight last night.
About the boxing.
Nessa, did you see the fight?
I didn't see it, but I heard some things.
I didn't see the fight. Jay, give everybody your opinion on the fight.
Last night's fights were pretty good. Prior to the main event, which was Gennady Golovkin, Triple G versus Daniel Jacobs, you had Chocolatito fighting a guy from Thailand. I can't pronounce his name, Sri Sirivasan or something like that. But anyway, that fight was excellent. That was controversial. The guy from Thailand won the fight, defeating the champion. I believe due to headbutts coming into play. Chocolatito, he had 2 cuts, one over his eye, one on his head, that bled profusely throughout the fight, and I think it had an effect on the decisions by the judges in last night's fight. But in regards to the main event, Triple G defeated Daniel Jacobs by unanimous decision last night, and all I kept seeing online is how he got robbed. Let me just say this for everybody that's listening, that's tuning in. Once again, we're Inside the Locker Room, and Jay and Nesta, 1350 WNOK.
Sponsored by the Clean Smiles.
And make sure you call us up so you can participate in our conversations today. But what pissed me off was seeing all the different replies on social media and comments today is that people saying that Daniel Jacobs got robbed. He is the challenger of the undefeated 37-0 champion, which is Triple G. If you're going to become the champ, you have to beat the champ. And beating a champ, in my opinion, you either have to knock him down, you got to lump him up, he has to be physically beaten, or he has to be cut in some type of way. Triple G showed no ill effects to that matter, so in my opinion, he won that fight. Yes, it was close. Yes, Daniel Jacobs had a great strategy. He boxed him very well, but he did get knocked down in this fight, I believe, in the 4th round. So for everyone that's out there screaming, oh, he got robbed, he got this, he got that, no, he did not beat the champion. So great fight last night. It was very entertaining. I do believe there needs to be a rematch, but he did not beat Triple G. So if anybody has any type of feelings about this, please feel free to give us a call. Inside the Locker Room, and Jay. Respond to our Facebook feeds on my page or on Ann's page or on Nesta's page as well to what we're talking about right now.
Okay. I didn't see any of the fight. I just like you. I saw the Facebook comments. I heard Triple G knock him down, but I also see a lot of people felt like Triple G didn't win the fight. So
it was close. Every round was close. They boxed each other well. Triple G was hunting him down, but Daniel Jacobs countered very well. He switched up from a southpaw to a conventional stance to kind of confuse Triple G throughout the fight, which he did. But like I said, I don't think he convincingly beat the champ. So I believe Triple G, he earned that win.
Anybody watching my live Facebook feed, I keep hitting finish like I'm a retard. So I apologize. I'll get back on the live feed right now. That's my fault. Also, NCAA tournament. I started the weekend. I started the first 2 days, and I was in cloud 9.
Because you were number 1 for a hot second.
I was 29 out of 32 picks on Thursday and Friday. I was rolling. I was like, okay, I got this year. And then yesterday happened. And Villanova lost.
I'm sorry.
And Notre Dame lost.
It's March Madness, and that's...
Let's just say this. Let's be clear. It's all about matchups. Matchups and timing when it comes to this tournament. If you match up well against a certain team, and if you are hot at that particular moment coming into this tournament, that's going to make a big deciding factor of if you're going to advance further into this tournament. And I think that's what occurred yesterday in yesterday's games.
Well, what I didn't think was not Cincinnati, I'm sorry, West Virginia was going to treat Notre Dame like a high school team. Notre Dame couldn't get the ball up court in parts of that game. And Villanova lost because the best player on the court was on Wisconsin.
Bo Kane wasn't on the sideline for Wisconsin. Notre Dame. Who's the coach of Notre Dame?
Mike Bray.
Mike Bray? Mm-hmm. He was just outclassed by Huggins, man. That's all it was.
Yeah,
Huggins knew that he had a better matchup, so to speak, against them, and he knew that his game plan was going to, win that game for them.
Yeah, it was hard to watch. It was hard to watch. It was hard to just watch how tough it was for Notre Dame to run their offense. But you got to give a lot of credit to West Virginia, and they're pretty good, man. West Virginia's going to give people some problems. Florida had a blowout last night against Virginia. I don't know what happened to Virginia. I looked up at one point, it's 40-17.
They're offensively challenged, Virginia. I knew that they weren't making any noise in the tournament.
That Purdue-Iowa State game at the end of the game was a pretty good finish to the game, so I did get to catch the end of that. The other side of the bracket, Butler beat Middle Tennessee State.
They're going to be a tough out, Butler.
Yeah, Arizona beat St. Mary's. Florida State, who I thought could win 2 games in this tournament, did what Florida State does every year. And I like Coach Robinson. He's a great coach. I had a chance to meet him and work with him. He's a great coach. But Florida State just not even show up against Xavier last night, lose by 25. And then the controversy last night was in the Gonzaga Northwestern game.
I was waiting for that.
That's where all the controversy was. Northwestern down 19.
Came back. I watched that game.
Came all the way back.
Only to
had the ball down 5.
Ball goes through.
Had the ball down 5. Ball goes through the hoop.
Violation not called.
And technical foul.
Problem started.
Oh, with the block by Collins with his hands through the hoop. Yeah.
And that game's over.
That was big. It's a big issue going on about
and then Collins gets a tech, slows the momentum down for his Northwestern.
Which he had a right to pursue and to fuss about. Yeah. So now the big issue becomes officiating in the basketball game and how much of officiating affects the outcomes of the game.
Well, I'm pretty sure that he's going to make a complaint to the NCAA about the officiating in that game. He had every right to have that gripe about his, that player for Gonzaga hand going through the goalpost to make the block. He has every right to complain about that and to get a technical, to swing the momentum, to put 2 more points on the other team's scoreboard with them getting the ball.
Absolutely.
I think it definitely affected the outcome of that game.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't do anything about it. And that's tough because I agree with Coach Collins when he said that there's a good chance with 5 minutes to go in that game and down 3, they come back and win. All the momentum was on their side at that point.
And good officiating recognizes the call. Even if there's an error, for 3 refs not to notice something like that, 1 ref can easily pull it to the side. They can review tape. There's so much that can be done.
But that's the thing. That's not within the rules to be able to redo the review or the review of the play and to make a reversal of the call. That's probably something that may need to come into play for at least the tournament, so to speak. It may not be part of the regular season to get, since they play so many games, but at least for the tournament's sake, to make sure everything is pure, they may need to implement instant replay to do a reversal for plays like that.
That makes sense. Today's games, we have our tournament challenge, which you and I both tied for second.
Not too bad. Charles Miller, we coming, Charles Miller.
Charles, we got you. So don't act like this is an easy win for you. All right, we got you coming. Today's game is URI Oregon. I picked URI first round. I think they're bubble burst today.
Yeah,
I think they're bubble burst today.
They're going to go down today.
Michigan Louisville starts today.
Interesting game.
Which is a really good game.
That's going to be interesting. I picked Louisville, but I don't know. I was impressed by Michigan's last game.
That's just playing music, y'all.
I'm just trying to keep up with your live.
Here's my upset special today. Kentucky and Wichita State. And I think Wichita State beats Kentucky.
No way.
In the second round. So that's my upset special for today. That'll be my make or break in my bracket if I have any chance of winning this thing between us. Later on tonight, Cincinnati, UCLA. And we'll get into Ball's father after the break. Because now he wants $1 billion.
Oh yeah, for all 3 of his sons, 2 of them in high school.
Yeah, he wants.
He just wants attention, which he's getting.
Yeah.
And I think what he's doing is very smart from a marketing sense. They don't need to hire anyone to do any marketing because the father is doing all of it for them. So what he's doing, he's not going to get $1 billion for his sons, but him just mentioning it and is getting media time on our show as well.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
The primetime games, USC today against I just looked at it.
Is it 9:30?
7:45 USC and Baylor. Baylor looked pretty good in their first round.
USC might give them problems. I'm debating whether or not I'm going to switch that pick.
You can't
switch it now.
You can't, or else I would be undefeated in the tournament. But yeah,
we can't switch out now.
No, and then Duke and South Carolina, and that kid Sedarius Thornwell from South Carolina is the real deal. I understand why he's SEC Player of the Year, and he can play.
Grayson Allen's going to trip him up, going to give him a leg sweep, and he's going to be done.
Yeah, I think Duke's going to win 6 games.
He's going to hit him with the 1,000-leg kick, the Chun Li kick.
Yeah, I think Duke wins 6 games. I don't see it as Duke catching up anytime soon. Losing anytime soon. All right, so inside the locker room, Aunt Jay Nestor, man, we'll be back in a minute. We're going to take a quick break. Big T left us for a second, so hold on. Anything else going on, guys? State tournament yesterday, high school state tournament. Trumbull girls lost to New London.
Wow.
Want to shout out the Maryland basketball team dominating. I'm a Maryland fan. I've been watching them. I know everyone thinks UConn is the only one, but there are some other women's teams rising up. So Maryland,
there's other women's.
There's some possibilities. There's some teams that are dominating, and there's some possibilities.
What kind of possibilities?
I don't know if they can hang with UConn, but we have to consider. March Madness, and consider that everyone comes ready and that they're good moments. Again, I know it's a very large disparity with women's basketball. But we have to put somebody out that's competitive.
Large.
Enormously exorbitant, humongous disparity.
100 what? 110?
But
108? Large. It's obnoxious.
It's crater size. It's like, boom, light years away size difference in where you come.
I had to join some of the team to start helping recruit on some of these other
UConn shirts. UConn shirts.
I'm a fan. But I'm just interested in allowing the women's basketball to be.
I'm interested. While we're waiting for Big T, I'm interested. What do you think is the problem with it? Why the disparity is so big?
They're
all Division I teams.
They are.
Reason for UConn to be that much better than everybody.
But that's across the board in basketball, where there's a dominating team. If you look at high school basketball, you got the Chrysler King program that has been dominant for years, and a huge disparity. Or your Mary Bertrams, you get like 2 or 3 phenoms, but one team seems to dominate women's basketball. And it's whether it's the development, whether it's the recruiting, but that just seems to be across the board in basketball where women are concerned. And that's it. You do tournaments. There's one team that's dominant. So changing that requires one, duplicating the model that the team like UConn has, but also recruiting and developing. So he found something he goes with. I said a lot of his players are consistently from the same areas, but I think that's what's important. Again, it's consistent across the board with women's basketball at the high school level. At the AAU level, there's usually one or two teams that are very dominant, and the competition level has room to grow.
Okay.
So there it is in college.
Okay.
But I won't join Gino's staff.
We'll get you the UConn shirt, though.
I mean, I'm a supporter, but I'm interested in seeing the game grow.
Be 5 in a row this year?
Yeah, they'll be winning.
And real quick before we go to break, I know we got to go to break, but real quick, I heard somewhere that if UConn wins it this year, they could possibly win 200 games in a row with what they have coming in next year.
Some scary stuff.
Do you think it's going to happen?
I do. They have 6 of their top 8 players coming back. Collier's coming back. Gabby Williams is coming back.
Well, that's the thing with women's basketball. They normally don't leave.
They don't
too
leave
early.
Yeah. So he gets 6 of his best 8 players coming back next year, including Samuelson, including the little point guard, the freshman. He's got the transfer girl from Duke, who was an All-American, the 6'6" girl coming in from Duke. And then he's got the top 4 players in the country coming in as freshmen.
Yeah, but my concern is there is still 15 spots on the roster. There cannot only be 15 dominant players across the world.
But if you have the top 15, though, what are you going to do?
But again, for year in and year out. So that's why, I'm an optimistic person. I've been coaching women's basketball. Whatever program I've gone in has grown tremendously, and I don't understand what's happening at that level of basketball.
That means it's coaching then.
So, and I'm almost afraid to say that, shout out to our past coach at Tennessee. She's gone. She was the greatest, probably the best competition he had. And, I think we got to step it up somewhere, and it needs to be stepped up. So, again, I'm open my roster, my resume. Maybe I'll start submitting my resume.
Maybe that's what you need to do.
Inside the locker room, I might lose me on Sundays, but, I have to change the face of the game.
As long as we get tickets, we good. Hey,
there's some selfish stuff going on.
We don't need no nose movement.
What's up, guy?
Behind the bench, so I can yell stuff to that.
Chinese defense. He's gonna be thinking, who is this guy to come to all your games?
Inside the locker room, AJ Nestor, man. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Sponsored by McLean Smiles, sponsored by Enterprise Rent a Car Corporate Accounts. You guys need a rent a car? Give us a call, man. We have a corporate account with it and VIP treatment for Enterprise Rent a Car. If you need your teeth cleaned, go to McLean Smiles, 23 Wall Street,
Stanford, Connecticut.
Go get your teeth fixed. Their dribblers right. Tell them inside the locker room sent you. Dr. McLean is really good at what she does. Also, in a couple of months, we got the Bridgeport Bluefish stuff we'll be doing. So we're looking forward to that. We're excited about that. Anything else going on, man, you guys give us a call, man, 929-477-1584. Want to be a part of the show, hit us up on Facebook Live or hit us up on, text us. All you guys got our numbers. So text us if you want to be a part of the show. When we come back, we are going to have a nice little debate about hip-hop. We decided to talk about some hip-hop. What are the top 10 albums, hip-hop albums, in your opinion?
Of all time, or are you doing eras?
No, all time.
Or decades?
All time. We don't have time to do decades.
All time.
Yeah.
Of all time.
I'm only going to go from my time, from what I know.
Your time.
So if I'm younger than y'all,
so we're going to do top 10 hip-hop albums. We're going to do top 10 hip-hop artists, solo and group. And then give us some of your top 10 songs. That song that comes on in the club and you go, yo.
See, that's a little bias. Because some of these top 10 songs may not be club songs.
Well, it's easy. The top 10, the top number one album of all time is Doggy Style. But
not nothing from Hov?
No, Hov is second.
Not Reasonable Doubt?
No, Black Album is second.
The Black Album, not
Black Album
Reasonable
is
Doubt.
the best album that Jay-Z ever made.
The Black Album.
The Black Album. And
Interesting.
I'll tell everybody why. Okay. And I'll tell everybody why Tupac is not in this top 10 of anything. So
that is so biased. I'm not the greatest hip hop expert, but Tupac cannot be.
I'm just going to the Tupac movie so I can slander it.
I can't.
I'll just be there to slander. All right,
damn mama.
Inside locker room and Jay Nestor, man. We'll see y'all in a few minutes, man. We'll be right back. All right. March 19, 2017, guys. We're back on here at De La Soul with Buddies.
I'm the Keaton from Tribe. Quest. Island Quest.
When we put De La Soul.
Lucky to be hanging out with Ness.
Are we doing? Damn wild. Where do we put De La Soul as in terms of what when it comes to hip hop? Since we're doing a hip hop segment of Inside the Locker Room right now.
Hold on, before we do the hip hop, Steve, I got you. Yes, Chuck Berry passed away last night, man. Father of rock and roll. We want to say rest in peace.
And a lot of people don't want to recognize that rock and roll was created by a black man. But we want to definitely acknowledge that. I do understand that it is not Black History Month, but history is history, and let's acknowledge Chuck Berry for being the father of rock and roll. So R.I.P. to Chuck Berry.
Yeah, R.I.P. to Chuck Berry, man.
Johnny B.
He did the
Nice.
same dance for 60 years, though. Got him credit. He had that one leg that high.
Yeah.
60 years.
Johnny B. Good.
Yes. All right, so hip hop, we decided to talk a little hip hop today. A couple of hip hop things are on. The breaks are on VH1. I don't know if y'all watch the breaks.
Yeah, I know.
Breaks are
On cable, sorry.
Yeah, Netflix.
Hip hop started out in that long
you need to fire me and holler at your boy.
That's right.
I get you together.
Hip hop started out in the. Now everybody's trying the charts. Lauryn Hill, aka hip
All right, so before we went to break, while Nestor freestyles, we talked about our top 10 hip hop albums, and we want at Facebook, man, we want your opinion on your top 10 hip hop albums of all time. All right, where do you put Nas? Where do you put Big? Where do you put Jay? Where do you put whoever? Now I said my number one hip hop album of all time is always going to be Doggy Style by Snoop.
Okay. And
I don't think that's
what is your reason? How are you determining that it's the overall of all time number one hip hop album?
I think one, because Snoop created a lane for a forgotten era. I think that's the first part. So I think
He created a lane for a forgotten era.
Yeah, so he brought 70s back. Remember, man, that pimp era.
Well, you talking about Dre, the producer, put that G-Funk in the Snoop.
Whatever. It's all Doggy Style.
Can we do crossover albums too? Like, just check.
We can't just look past what you're saying right now.
And then I think also, man, when you talk Snoop and Doggy Style, man, the misogyny that came with that, was
So
good.
that's the reason why you're giving it number one?
Yeah, I mean, it changed hip hop. You wasn't allowed to talk like that before Snoop came out.
No, that's not true.
Name one album before.
NWA.
No, but NWA was more.
He was talking a little bit more reckless. Kill police.
More political.
A B is a B.
More political.
This. They was political too. They was misogynistic. They was political. They were violent, and they dropped jewels at the same time.
I think NWA was a game changer. I think NWA was a game changer.
So would you move that?
Would you put Straight Outta Compton better than Doggy Style?
Maybe.
Would you put Straight Outta Compton
Maybe.
better than Doggy Style?
I'm thinking because
Maybe. It's a possibility. I'm not going to say I'm going to put that ahead of Doggy Style, but there are other albums that are better than that.
Name one.
Illmatic. Beginning to end, classic. There's not one weak record on that album. Big shout out to Janet Williams, she loves Nasir Jones to death. I got to shout her out. But Illmatic got 5 mics in the source. From beginning to end, you press play, you ain't got to touch it. You ain't got to skip over nothing. You don't have to skip over no interludes. You play it from beginning to end, and it's rocking out.
I got NWA. I got Nas Illmatic.
oh, you see,
I got Fifth. I got
You got Illmatic Fist. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Where's the button to shut his mic off?
I got Illmatic Fifth. I got
Oh, let me hear your list. Let me hear your 1 to 5.
I got Doggy Style 1.
do we have to choose a whole album though?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got Doggy Style
That's what
1.
I'm thinking.
I got the Black Album 2. Jay.
I want to hear what you got to say.
That's why I said I'm thinking.
I got Life After Death 3.
Females.
Okay, big.
I
Bias.
got Life After Death 3.
Okay.
And then I got who would I put 4? Illmatic could slide in 4. I like where Illmatic is. I like Paid in Full in that slot.
There you go.
That word 4.
Yeah.
Now we talk.
I like Paid in Full.
So Doggy Style is 1. 2 was the Black Album.
Yep.
3 was Life After Death. 4 was Paid in Full by Eric B. and Rakim. And 5 is what? Let's get 1 through 5 first.
Illmatic.
Illmatic is 5.
No. I'm sorry. I've been trying not to say it, but I'm saying the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. I don't care.
Really?
What number?
I'm putting her number 1. I'm a Lauryn Hill fan, so you have to let me put her in. I was trying to hold back.
Okay, because y'all calling off rappers.
Yeah.
What about Mary J?
Mary J.
Now, it's not hip hop.
Well, she's hip hop. That's why I asked.
Hip hop album.
But that's why I asked him.
That's not hip hop album.
The first-
It's not
Then
classified as
it's
hip hop.
been-
She's
her-
rhythm. She's R&B.
Her with Method Man. What was the name of that?
Well, that's just a single. That's not an album.
Well, I like
Well,
Kanye
it's
West.
on the album.
College Dropout.
That's
put it up
classic.
there.
That's classic.
That's big.
Is it top 10 though of all time?
No.
I'm asking that.
College Dropout? It's not even Kanye's best album.
But I'm diffsy. Well,
Yeah,
that's
I want you to finish your 10. Hold up. Finish your 10. Ian.
No, I'm good right there.
Yeah.
I got my
I
5.
just want to do 5.
Okay, you said Illmatic.
So Doggy Style is 1. Doggy Style is 1.
Yep.
2 is the Black Album, not Reasonable Doubt. The Black Album.
Mm-hmm.
You got 3 Life After Death. 4 is Paid in Full, and 5 is Illmatic.
Yep.
Okay. No Tribe Called Quest in there.
I was about to say we get no love, eh?
No Tribe is in there.
De La Soul was better than Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah, you gotta
Correct me, yo.
man.
Correct me on that.
Which album?
Period.
They were just better.
De La Soul wasn't better than Tribe Called
You
Quest.
tripping, man. They're native tongue, but
3 Feet High and Rising wasn't better than.
it was dope. That's dope. That's
My type is
that's
a little
dope.
different from you. I'm thinking I'm on the Fuji side and stuff like that. The score. I'm dealing with these guys.
I put the score in the top 10.
You know that ready or not. I mean that's. Jay is not happy with you right now.
I'm just, I'm listening.
Jay, give me your 5, yo. Give me your 5.
Okay, let me say this. My 5. It's hard, man, because I'm a serious critic when it comes to hip hop. I love hip hop. I was raised on hip hop. Hip hop started, pretty much the birth year of my birth year. So, I'm a hip hop baby in all essence. But my top 5 is hard for me to pick, man. I don't agree that Doggy Style is number 1. Let's be clear on that. It is one of the most influential albums of all time. It did help change the setting of hip hop and move hip hop in a particular direction. But top 5, I can't give it number 1.
Okay.
Let me see here. I'm gonna say my number 1 is Illmatic, Nas, just because of the way that album, the feeling of the album, beginning and end. You don't have to do anything. You put it in, press play. It's classic. From the producers that were all on the album to the collaborations that was had. I just think that it's number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna go with I'm not gonna go with Life After Death. I'm a Biggie fan, but I'm not gonna go with Life After Death. Number 2, I'm gonna go with.
And hold on, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And if anybody says Ready to Die was better than Life After Death, just go ahead and hang up from the show right now. Don't even watch the rest of the show.
I'm number 2,
and that includes you, who said Ready to Die is better than Life After Death.
Number 2, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go a whole with Reasonable Doubt. I think that helps set a tone for hip hop as well.
That's Holt's 4th best album.
You said which one? Reasonable Doubt?
Reasonable Doubt.
That's his 4th best album.
Reason why I'm going to go with that, he set the tone, man, for hip hop with that album. You could call it the 4th best all you want. He just didn't have the momentum. If he had the same momentum when he put out the Black Album, when he put that Reasonable Doubt out, he would have got the same burn or even more, man. This is when he was at his beginning stages. People didn't totally buy into who Rockefeller was, and you really had to be a true fan. Reasonable Doubt has put him where he is right now.
Where are our Tupac fans? I don't see any Tupac.
No, hold up.
Because you already blacklisted them.
Hold up.
All eyes on me.
I didn't get to my third one.
Okay, what's the
All
third?
eyes.
Now, I'm not gonna say All Eyes on Me. It's one of my more favorite albums from Tupac's double CD. But I'm actually gonna go. It's Me Against the World. Actually.
Really?
Yes.
I'm listing you for the fans. I'm listing you Against the World.
That album was classic to me in regards to a Tupac album. You know, it has some very classic songs on that album. You know what I mean? One being Me Against the World. Dear Mama. I just think that album deserves to be number 3. Next 4, I'm going to get Paid in Full. Got to give Eric B. and Rakim their love. Definitely huge, influential.
I know there's no females on those.
Hip hop. Number 5, I'm going to give Tribe some love. You know what I'm saying?
Which one? Low End Theory or
not Low End Theory? Right after Low End.
Midnight Marauders.
Midnight Marauders. Number 5. I'm giving Midnight Marauders.
This is it.
Beginning to end, that album you play that beginning to end, classic to me. So I'm gonna give Tribe some love at number 5. So that's my top 5. Right there.
Steve said he saw all that when he was a kid. Bugs Bunny was the biggest hip hop. Anything Bugs Bunny did was big.
Yeah, so who's your top 5? Huh?
Well, you know I'm going females as much as I can. I told you Miseducation. That's my genre. That's what I love. So I'm always gonna stick with Lauryn Hill. I'm a big Fugees fan. So I'm going to hit the score. I love them as much as possible.
The score or the Miseducation?
The score. Well, Miseducation is number 1 for me. The score is number 2. It's number 2 for me. I'm going All Eyes on Me. Love Tupac no matter how much Ant hates. Tupac is big for me. He is a legend. He's still alive.
If he wasn't a rapper, what was he? If he wasn't a rapper, what was he?
He was a great lyricist.
Man, that Brand Nubian is crazy.
That's underground. That Brand Nubian gets love, but they, you know.
All right, so you got.
And you know, just for fun, what I'm gonna do?
That's your people. So you're supposed to shout them out, Nesta.
What did you say?
Brand Nubian.
You know what? I told you
I can say Tupac. I love Brand Nubian.
No, he's so gifted, but I'm gonna do this just for the great Slim Shady. I think I'm gonna do that. Don't you say a word.
No, Eminem. I forgot.
I'm gonna have to do it. So
in the top 10.
And I'm putting.
No, he's definitely top 10.
And I'm putting him there. Yes, I'm the real lady or your other sister.
Let me ask this question. Who's the best battle rapper?
Oh,
not battle rapper as in like underground, but like let's say
stage.
Right now, like if they were to battle, who would come out on top? I say Eminem cannot be beat.
Wow.
Nobody wants it with Marshall Mathers at all. Not one.
He's
Hov don't want it.
He's confrontational.
That's interesting.
You can say Black Thought. You can put Andre 3 Stacks together.
Battle rap?
Just. Yeah. They put him on a collaboration, like Renegade, like your boy. I'm gonna go since Hov is your boy. He got body, got Renegade.
That's nice thing though.
He got body.
I don't know about body.
He got body.
He got body.
Body.
But I'm gonna give you one, and that's kind of the draft. I'll tell you who my man is, and I put him in a battle against anybody. Joe Budden.
Joe?
I put Joe Budden against anybody.
Nah,
he won't
be my cousin Joel Ortiz.
Matter of fact,
he won't be my Joel Ortiz. Everybody say that we look alike. You know what I mean? But that's my cousin, so I gotta give him my cousin. Joe Budden ain't got nothing on Joel Ortiz, man.
So many.
Nothing. No wins.
Tyrone said Brand Nubian.
And Slaughterhouse is probably the best group that nobody talks about.
All together?
Yeah, 4 of them together.
Eric B. and Rakim. Special shout out Sean Patterson. Eric B. and Rakim.
I like Eric B. and Rakim. Anything Eric B. and Rakim is a good look.
They help pave the way for how hip hop should look, man.
Sean knows people love Miseducation. I got my fans.
Miss Howard.
I love it. Funny how money changes it. Okay, sorry. You need to drop some beats for me.
I do. We need to get some beats on real quick, y'all. So we're gonna take a quick 2-minute break. We still want to hear y'all best albums, we still want to hear y'all best albums, your best songs if you come out. Yo, when we come back, we're gonna talk about the best hip hop songs.
Now let's be clear, people. Let's not just think on the album sense. They could be one-hit wonders.
Oh, so you see that
can be one of the best hip hop songs ever.
Thank you.
Now it doesn't have to necessarily be just straight lyrics. It could just be something that's getting you on the dance floor and that's just classic that plays through all the way through. So there's a different range of what you want to say. What's the best hip hop song ever?
All right, and when we come back, we're gonna talk about your top 10 artists.
Artist as in what?
Oh.
And I can promise you that Tupac will not be in my list.
He's a hater, bro. You don't understand, man. You got love for the West Coast.
I love
You love Snoop Dogg?
I know, right? I picked on your man. Snoop is my number one.
You love us?
Young mama had me 17 years old.
And the Chronic got it on that top 10.
The Source Awards.
The Chronic got it on that top 10.
See now,
Chronic on
me
the top.
personally, I like the Chronic better than Doggy Style. But I understand why Doggy Style gets so much love. Because Doggy Style was another, you know, when it comes to mics in the store, they got 5 mics too. So you got to give love for Doggy Style.
All right, yo, we're going to put this on real quick, man, and then we'll be back in a minute. And we'll finish up with some more hip-hop. We'll talk best artist, best album. And then, like I said, I'll give my top 10 artists. And please, don't even tag me, because the Tupac stuff on me. All right?
Chill. Oh, yeah.
We should host. We're gonna host our first live party.
Yo, call us up, man. 929-477-1584. If you want to be a part of the show, hit us up on Facebook. Show us your top 10 hip-hop album.
Don't listen to
Tyrone
this
is killing it right now.
This dude right here, I don't have no idea.
Top 10 hip-hop artists.
Tyrone can't stop. He said 5 Tyrone.
Hip-hop. That's all about this guy right here. He's totally biased.
Rouge Publicity, publicist for entrepreneurs. And you're listening to Inside the Locker Room with Ant and Jay on WNLK 1350 AM.
Yo, Inside the Locker Room, man, Jay Nestor, we back, man. Our hip hop show. We want to hear your best artists. We want to hear your top 5 albums. Yo, we're gonna get into our top 5 albums. Hey, Game Boy Fuzz, man, my man Fuzz, who is a big supporter of the show, man. We love you, Fuzz, man. Fuzz top 5. He got Woo at number 1.
What album?
He got 36 Chambers, and I'm not even mad.
Some people know it's at 5, but they just won't stop putting stuff in.
That's all right. Let him put it because you can.
They go 5, 6, 7.
Fuzz, Ready to Die? Or Life After Death?
Yeah.
Wait, somebody put Illmatic as number 3.
I'm not even mad at that. Outkast. He put Outkast. Fuzz.
I like that. Outkast was my favorite. I mean, Southern Cadillac playlistic music is classic too.
Yeah, man.
That first Outkast album is classic.
Yeah. And everybody commented on my Facebook post, man. Come on, hit us up on the live feed too. So we can talk about that. Aaron said I can't be serious. Illmatic is the best of all time. Michelle, go to church because I'll get to you later. AB, my man AB up in the Valley area, my dog AB.
Yeah, Terrence Fuller also says Illmatic is the greatest all time. Give a big shout out to Coach Fuller,
Yo, Coach,
TFC basketball.
Really,
he's a smart man. He agrees with what I'm talking about.
Sonya Hill said, "Common Water for Chocolate."
Water for Chocolate is on the low a great album too. That's a great album. But you got to be a Common fan for that.
Our boy Chris.
Somebody said
Paul gave Chronic number 1.
I don't know why.
I think the Chronic is better, in my opinion. People have arguments against those 2 albums, but I think the Chronic is better than Doggy Style.
I'm shouting out Tyrone Moultrie. He is an AAU coach. He's coaching at some colleges. He's doing a lot with girls basketball, and he's an avid music listener. I can see from his list.
Yeah.
But I see he doesn't have this education, so I'm gonna have to pass my shout out to Sean Patterson again.
All right. So as we move on, man, we move on the show. We want to ask you guys, everybody watching and listening on the live feed or listening to the show. Let's talk about top 5 artists. Who's the best hip hop artist of all time?
The best. What is the criteria of determining the best? Is straight lyrics?
Wait a minute.
Is it album sales?
Let me stop.
Is it influence on the culture?
Let me stop.
What's your definition?
Let me stop.
Let's be clear on that.
Let me stop. Let me go back. Let me stop. Let me go back and start this over again. All right. The second best hip hop artist of all time is.
Second, you already trying to say that you locked in the first spot?
First spot is already locked.
Who did you lock it in?
Yo, seriously, anybody other than Hov is not even a discussion. Jay-Z is the greatest hip hop artist.
Is he the greatest artist or is he the greatest performer?
Performer, rapper, artist,
but performer,
salesman, all of that.
So you're putting that on for play?
No, but no. Say that again.
Biggie.
Because I was gonna say performer,
Biggie.
but that's wrong what you did that first spot. Performance is different from jumping into female. Performance is different from skills. You know that.
Yo.
So I don't know if Hov takes that spot over artists like Eminem.
Yeah, just debate me.
He ain't died yet.
Tell me why.
He's because his lyricist, I don't want to say his intellect, but his content is not what Eminem is. His performance.
That's what's going on. Skills, lyricist, command of your being a wordsmith, being
Yes.
being
That's the greatest hip hop artist.
Your influence. I mean, Hov has great influence over the hip hop culture. He's definitely
He's
a
a good
lyricist.
businessman.
But if you gonna put face to face in a room, you put a beat on.
Jay-Z will murder
You have the DJ just put a straight beat on it, and they just go straight word for word.
Seriously, have we listened to Jay-Z?
He done got bodied by M.
Have we listened to Jay-Z?
He done got bodied by Big L.
No.
Yes.
Have we listened
Yes,
to
he
He
did.
doesn't even rap at the speed of some of the great
God
artists.
rest R.P. Big L, one of the most underrated greatest rappers of all time. Got killed before his time.
Most underrated is Busta Rhymes. That's the most
Oh
underrated.
my God, I love me some Busta, and I mean the speed at which this man spits.
Underrated.
Big T just said Busta Rhymes is
I'm
most
agreeing.
underrated.
He's still not better than Jay-Z.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Jay-Z's number one. Y'all could argue about number
He's
two.
the
all
number
day.
one
Jay-Z's a
performing
scrub.
artist.
He's a scrub.
See, that's
Very different.
see. If you're gonna say criteria in regards to influence on the
Right.
hip hop culture, I would give Jay-Z number one because he is highly influential on the culture,
Probably
regardless of what he has done.
His money is
Right.
Yeah, but how did he get that money? It's his influence.
And he's taken some of the greatest artists and put them under his wing.
So now we're gonna sit here and act like Jay-Z's first 4 albums didn't happen.
No, but again,
no,
we're
we're
just
not
talking
gonna
about
do that.
you. For some reason, you
You
won't
put
step.
Jay-Z in the room with N. You put a beat on. Who's going to show up and show out?
He'll be quiet.
Answer the question.
Jay-Z!
He'll disappear. He'll sit in the corner and just watch. In fact, he'll try to sign them to a record label. That's what he'll do.
You tripping there?
I'm tripping now.
Marshall Mathers.
Jay got Eminem at number one.
Jay.
If you put Hov and
Yo.
Eminem in the room and you put a beat on and Just Blaze, even if you put his own Rockefeller beats on,
Yeah.
My boy.
even if you give Jay-Z his
proof
own beats,
It's in the pudding.
Eminem is gonna body Hov.
Right? And he's going to sit quietly in the corner and try to sign Eminem.
Yo, Fun said, Hov wouldn't be who he was without Big dying. Fun's you bugging out right now.
Busta's
And my
an
man-
entertainer. I never took him
My
seriously.
man,
I don't know
Big
why.
Aaron said
Big
Rakim
T
KRS One, Biggie, Jay-Z, and Eminem.
He put Eminem after. Come on, Aaron. What's going on?
It's soft, yo.
Nobody look. If you go to the industry, you go on to Google. You Google
Big T said
videos.
Busta.
All the hip hop artists give Marshall Mathers his credit, man.
Oh, I give Eminem his credit. I got Eminem in the top 3.
The man came as a Caucasian into
I was going to
a
say,
country
y'all better
and-
support the white man.
No, he came in as a Caucasian into a black
And dominated.
dominated
Yo, I get that man his
already.
And nobody wants it.
I get that man his props.
Yo,
Nobody wants to beef with him.
Like,
Say one word against him. Nobody's not going to
Did you see his movies?
I get that man his props.
See his
No
movies? 8 Mile, was it?
I get that man his props.
Not one person has came at Eminem like, yo, I'm gonna start something so I can get it. They don't want no problems because he gonna buy him.
I give Eminem his props. I got him in the top 3.
We don't want him to take his official spot, though.
Yo,
Tripping,
y'all bugging out.